Ladies and gentlemen, it's one of the biggest fixtures in the A-League calendar. Melbourne Victory, Sydney FC, the Big Blue. Now, of course, I'm not a fan of either of these teams, but it's a big event in the A-League, and you can see there's a very blue theme going on here in the live stream, and we are here. Dude, the game is only kicking off in another 15 minutes or so, and so excited for this one because there's a lot of fascinating battles across the park, and just overall, these two teams will be really interesting to see how they go. So yeah, man, if you guys have never been to a watch-along here before, we watch and react to the whole thing. We've got the scoreboard. We've got the clock timer so you guys can sync up the game. And we've got the lineups as well. And I want to jump straight into the lineups because there's a little bit to unpack that we should dive straight into. So I'll also be keeping an eye in the live chat. I can see your messages are coming through. So jump into the live chat. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're tuning in from for this game. A lot of Sydney fans usually jump into these watch-alongs, which is great to see. So, all right, let's jump into these lineups, though, man, and we'll start with the home side. Now, there will be potentially some tweaks, because especially with the backline, we're really not sure how they're going to go. But here's the lineup that they're going with at the moment. For Melbourne Victory, of course, Calava in goals. The backline where there's concern. Both Brendan Hamill and Broderick Miranda are out. Two big blows for Melbourne Victory. They're, of course, still without Matt Sporanovic. The backline that now these players could set up in any order, really, because, I mean, Jason Gary and Jason Davidson have been the fullbacks for them so far this season, but I wouldn't be surprised if one of those guys do play centre back alongside Lee Broxham. Jay Barnett did play left back in the previous game. What do you guys think in terms of that backline for Victory? Apart from that, it's basically full strength when it comes to the midfield and attacking line. Look at this. Ryan Machan, the captain, Josh Brillante, Jake Brimmer, who has been arguably the best player in the competition so far in that number 10 role. Keep an eye out for him in this game. Marco Rojas is back on the right-hand side. He had some fantastic form in some of those early rounds. He could be a big player to watch as well today. Ben Falami's been superb on the left. And Francesco Margiotta starts up the front, ahead of Nick D'Agostino, which is an interesting one. I see you guys in the live chat. What are we saying? Axel says Falami is going to have a great game. Same with Calava. I like the confidence there. Football State says Gary's main position is a centre back. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him there. But my only thing is Jay Barnett, we know, is left-footed, so it would mean whether Davidson and Barnett are both left-footed, so one of them would have to be playing on right back. It's not often that we see left-footed players play at right back, unless maybe Lee Broxton's playing there. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. But from what we've seen, Jason Gary has been playing right back every game so far this season, and surprised to see Chris Economides not starting his Football State as well. Yeah, dude. I mean, he's a player who has he was involved in those first few games, and then injuries sort of kept him in and out of the squad. But we believe he's on the bench. I'm pretty sure he's on the bench. Let's double check. I'm pretty sure he's on the bench, isn't he? If so, I mean, when you look at Melbourne Victory, they've got some firepower to bring off the bench as well. And we're going to talk about Sydney FC in just 2 seconds, as well. But Melbourne Victory, yeah, I believe Economides is on the bench, man. Let's go. Let's talk about Sydney FC. Here we go. Obviously, some big outs for them. The Socceroos trio away, out for this game. So in comes Heward Bell for his first start of the season. It is not his first game in goals for Sydney FC. He has made some appearances in the past. The former Central Coast Mariners goalkeeper, Harry van der Sarg, is usually a pretty reliable performer, has covered for Ryan Grant when he had COVID earlier on in the season. James Donachie, former Victory centre-back, returns. That's a big plus because Ben Warland has been a bit shaky at the back, so he'll partner Alex Wilkinson, the captain. Connor O'Toole coming in for his first start for Sydney FC in the A-League. Of course, that midfield pairing, Patrick Yazbek and Paolo Retre. Caceres and Ninkovic starting the number 10 roles. I was potentially half expecting maybe Burgess would have gotten a nod ahead of Ninkovic, potentially, but Ninkovic always seems to perform in these big games, so potentially a good move, I guess, from Steve Corica. And then up front is where the question marks, were coming as well. Cam Sober's been in fantastic form, so he has to start. The former Victory player, again, another one to watch. Will he score against his former side? Dude, the scenes if it happens. And Trent Bahagia does start ahead of Bobo and Patrick Wood as well. So, yeah, man, it's interesting, hey. Football State says Burgess and Wood to come on for us for sure. D'Agostino and Chris to come on for Victory. So good. Thanks for giving me a shout out in the Q&A podcast the other day. No worries, mate. Love the stuff you do. Football State says, Van der Sar isn't consistent, can't lie. Will come with experience, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, I guess he's been sort of he's incredibly versatile. I mean, we've seen him play in midfield, in defence, in that number 10 role as well, in the wide positions. Kay's in the chat says, Burgess should be a starter. Hewitt Bell is decent. Axel, I see this early message from Axel in the chat. Barnett should be out. Yeah, it's interesting. It's going to be really fascinating to see where Barnett does line up. I've got a feeling he won't be a centre back. I've listed him here as centre back, but as Football State raised earlier, we could see Gary at centre back, and potentially, Barnett, who's a left-footed player, playing a right back. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting, man. But look, both teams missing some, especially in defence, both teams missing some key defensive players. So I wonder who that'll favour more. I think Sydney FC will start to feel slightly optimistic heading into this game, just knowing that Victory aren't at full strength in defence. And Roderick Moran has been fantastic. Even Brendan Hamill's been superb. And they're without both of those guys. So, will the pace of Cam Sober and Trent Bahagia expose this slightly new-look defence? It should be interesting. It should be interesting, man. Football State in the live chat says, hope Bahagia trained on hitting the target. Look, dude, it's been a big concern for Sydney FC, and I actually brought it out. I brought it up in the podcast episode which dropped today. If you haven't checked it out, it's on the YouTube channel. It's on the podcast platforms. One of the talking points I raised was Sydney FC and their failure to hit the target, and their shot accuracy has been terrible in the last 3 games. Terrible. 3 shots on target out of 10 on the weekend against Perth. They had 3 shots on target out of 12 against the Mariners in the semi-final. Just not hitting the target, and that of course means that it reduces their chances of scoring goals. So the concern for Sydney FC is finding the back of the net at the moment, which is weird because we're used to them being so clinical and so dangerous up front. Hey, but yeah, man. So, dude, very fascinating, very excited for this one. I am very excited. Melbourne Victory will be going in as favourites. They are the ladder leaders, and Sydney FC have been struggling lately with form. But that's why exciting because it's a big game. It's the rivalry is so fierce between these two sides. It's been dating back to season 1 back in 05-06, and Sydney FC could shake up a surprise here, and it would be quite dramatic if they did. It'd be quite the upset, I have to say. Football State here in the chat says it's like they don't know how to shoot all of a sudden. Speaking about Sydney FC, it's very strange. Don't know what happened. It is a funny one. I don't know whether it's a lack of confidence. I don't know whether maybe tactically something has to be changed. It'll be interesting to see whether Corica does shift anything tactically in this game. But they're not. I don't think they're creating enough clear-cut chances too. I don't know whether that's just down to the defensive structure of all the teams that come up against. But it's not been an anomaly now. It's 3 games in a row where the shot accuracy has been 30% or below, and a team like Sydney FC and with the personnel that they have, the quality of the personnel, they should be doing better, right? They should be doing better. Let's jump into some score predictions right now. I can see Axel's getting in here with a 3-1 to Melbourne. That is my prediction. I'm going 3-1 Melbourne as well. I can just see them getting the victory here tonight at home as well. Football Forces, are you doing a watch-along for tomorrow? Well, actually, there has been not really breaking news because it's not that recent, but it was a couple hours ago. Tomorrow's game between Macarthur and Perth has been postponed. Unfortunately, some confirmed COVID cases in the Perth Glory camp just a few days after they took on Sydney FC on Saturday. So, yeah. But Axel, yes. Axel asks, are you doing a watch-along for Australia versus Vietnam? Yes. And I'm so excited for that one. It's going to be the first ever international Socceroos watch-along. If you're regular to these watch-alongs, obviously we stick to the A-League and stuff. But it's going to be the first international watch-along. So join us on Thursday night as well. So pretty busy at the moment with the watch-alongs, but it's exciting, man. I can't wait for that one as well. We've got some more score predictions coming in here. Jezza Boy says 3-0 Melbourne. Very worried for this match, says Jezza Boy. Football State says 4-1 Melbourne, rip to us. Football State, of course, Sydney FC fan. All these score predictions, it's interesting to see Sydney really not that confident in their side. Football 04 says 3-0 to Melbourne, and I'm a Sydney fan. There you go. So that is interesting to see that even Sydney FC fans aren't necessarily that confident of getting a result here. And look, I can't blame you because your team hasn't been doing that well at the moment as well. Jack, my prediction is 3-1. It's 3-1 to Victory. I think Sydney will get on the score sheet. I wouldn't be surprised if Trent Bahagia or even Cam Sober sneaks in and grabs the goal maybe in the first half. Maybe a 1-1 scoreline to go into the halftime sheds. But Victory should be too strong by the end. When you look at the firepower Victory have across midfield and up front, and then the guys they have to bring off the bench with D'Agostino, with Economides, they should win this game. They should win this game. As long as that defence holds tight. Joshua's coming in with a bit of a closer scoreline here. 2-1 Melbourne Victory. Hyper Gangs in the live chat says, excited for Melbourne versus Wellington. FFA Cup match, of course, Saturday. I believe it's a 5:05 kickoff, or maybe 5:35. It's something around that. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. It's a 5-something kickoff, isn't it? And, of course, that game to decide who takes on my Central Coast Mariners in the FFA Cup Grand Final. And hopefully, dude, fingers crossed, we hope. Mariners fans are hoping that we host the final, man. So hope so. And just speaking about that football forward, just ask, did you hear Central Coast Mariners put in a bid or something to the FFA to why the final should be in the Central Coast? Yeah, so on Monday it was confirmed by Sean Mellencamp, the Mariners CEO, that an official bid, I guess, was put forward, and now we just have to wait. And on the, very interestingly enough, FFA Cup on their socials, on the FFA Cup socials, put up a post saying details about the date and location of the final will be revealed soon enough. Neon's in the chat. How's it going, Neon JD? Good to see all of you guys here as the teams come out of the tunnel. And ladies and gentlemen, Jason Davidson's hair is pink. Jason Davidson's hair is pink. We love it, dude. Go for it, man. Go for it. Or was I just mistaken? Yes, no, it's pink. It's pink. Dude, sick. I mean, he famously started off the season with like light blue hair, but it was sort of awkward because the light blue represented, I mean, two of their rivals, Sydney FC and Melbourne City. But now he's got the pink. I wonder if there's a meaning behind that or something. Of course, the Australia Day. Of course, this is the annual Australia Day fixture. It has been moved the day before Australia Day just due to the fact that the Socceroos are playing here Thursday night. Axel, I love your comment, man. I just see your comment now. I really want the FFA Cup final to be on Barbecue Sauce Island. Dude, we should nickname Central Coast Stadium that. Like, Barbecue Sauce. Welcome to Barbecue Sauce Stadium. It basically is that, dude. The palm trees, the water. It's a great place to call home, I'll tell you that. Yeah, man. Joshua is in the chat. Says Cam Sober's going to get it. Get it by the Melbourne Victory fans. Imagine if he scores in front of the Victory active support and does a backflip. Imagine if he just he jumps over the sponsors board, runs in front of the Victory fans, and just does a backflip. His signature celebration. I kind of want him to do it just for the banter, man. Just for the banter. Hyper says, I assume you mean I can't watch this game because I don't have Paramount. That's all good. I'll try and keep you updated to as much of the action as I can. Axel says Davidson is a top class guy. He's a good guy. He does seem like a good guy, doesn't he? It's good stuff. It is good stuff. Alrighty. Interesting to see Sydney FC decked out in a, as I believe, are they doing the anthem? I think they are doing the anthem. Sydney FC decked out in their all in an all sky blue kit, which we rarely see them in, but I guess it makes sense to really contrast against the navy blue of Melbourne Victory. And of course, and my light blue is not at all to represent Sydney FC, but just to fit in with the whole big blue theme. How good. It would be great, hey? Imagine if Cam Sober does it. Imagine if he does it. Look, there'll be real scenes. There'll be real... I've got a feeling there's going to be drama in this game, man. I'm telling you guys now. I've got a feeling there's going to be some it's going to be some fiery clashes across the park, and there'll be some drama, for sure. Last game we saw Melbourne Victory play was a couple weeks ago now. Just over 2 weeks ago, they took on Adelaide United, and we did a watch along for that game, man. And if you guys were there, you know what I'm talking about. The last 10, 15 minutes, just utter chaos. Goals disallowed, goals scored, red cards, chaos. And Melbourne Victory had, that's not the only game where they've had a dramatic. Where there's been a dramatic affair. They had a dramatic game, of course, in their other derby against Melbourne City as well. Yeah, man. Going to go to the West United Jets game at Mars Stadium. Very nice. When is that scheduled? That wouldn't be this weekend. It might, maybe would that be the following weekend? Okay. So first thing to keep an eye on, as we can see here, the bench here. Look at that bench for Melbourne Victory, man. They're reading out the lineups. Connor Meaties, Margiotta starting. It's D'Agostino on the bench. I don't know, man. I feel like D'Agostino should have started, eh? I feel like D'Agostino should have started. All right. D'Agostino. Here we go. Do we want lights on? Do we want? Nah. Oh, you know what? Actually, nah. Let's keep the mood. We'll do lights off. We'll do lights off. Yeah, I was gonna turn the main lights on, and I was like, nah. Let's keep the vibes. Let's keep the blue vibes going, eh? Carlos, anyone know a stream to watch the game? You can watch it on Paramount Plus. I don't usually get to go to games, so I'm hyped. Dude, that's exciting, man. That's so good to hear. I'm excited for you. All right. Okay, about to kick off. Here we go. Football State says Jake Brimmer probably should have gotten a call up. TBH. Yeah, dude. I think that's a fair shout, man. He's just been so good. He's been super impressive. Here we go. Look at that active support from Melbourne Victory, man. They are pumping. And we're about to get underway here at an Amy Park, which they're showing some shots of the fans in the stadiums, and I mean, it's certainly not full. But that's not, you know, to be expected. There's a pandemic going on, of course. But we have heard there was a few hundred Sydney FC fans, I think. Tickets were sold. Look at those Victory fans, man. They are... It's just epic. The shot, it's love seeing it, man. It's so good. All right, and of course, there we go. There's the Sydney FC fans. Oh, there's Michelle from the Ladies League. Who else can we spot in there? Do we know any Sydney FC fans in there? We're about to get underway in this one. Make sure to keep an eye here on the clock, and we have kickoff. So you can sync up your streams. Of course, there might be a little bit of delay with the YouTube live stream. So the clock that you can see here on the stream is what I am watching here, and let's do it. Little Piglet is next to the active support, says Axel. And Little Piglet, for those that don't know, is the username of a viewer who's usually in these live streams. So that's exciting. We have Xander, who's a regular in these live watch-alongs. He's a Sydney FC fan. And he's usually in the Cove at home games for Sydney FC as well. As there's an early foul for Jason Davidson. Let's keep an eye on what this... Okay, it is Jay Barnett playing right back. Confirmed already. We'll update that in the lineups. So it's going to be Jason Gary partnering Broxham. Have you ever seen an A-League player who gets injured more than Chris Zavella? Yeah, dude, I feel like he's always... like. I feel like he's barely played a game. Like, I feel like he's been around the Sydney FC camp for, like, at least 3 years now, or 3 or 4 years, and he just doesn't get a run. And, yeah, dude, what a shame for the guy. How's Callum Neuenhoff going? Hey, Daniel's in here. Clearly like her. Daniel, good to see you in here, man. Marco Rojas charging forward. Margiotta going for that early ball. Here's a chance. Brimmer, can he find the space? Sydney FC defenders are around him. Good move by Falami. Gets around Van der Sar. He's in. Here's Rojas. Brimmer. Davidson. Sydney FC holding on. He got numbers in the box. But Victory. How good was that move just early from Falami to get around Van der Sar? That was ordinary defending from Van der Sar. Sydney FC deal with it and can get away. Wow. Okay. So Victory looking to get in the front foot early here. And you could see, though, how quickly Sydney FC were to swarm in defence. And they're going to need to do that in this game, man. Because Victory are going to be going at him. Down the left wing again. Van der Sar wins the ball this time. Just got Paramount. Dude, so good. So good. Hope you enjoy it. Overall, it's a pretty good experience. Here's Ben Falami. Good move and wins to... No foul? That'd look like a trip on Falami, didn't it? Referee says, nah, bro. Nah, bro. Okay. Interesting. So Victory on the front foot early in these opening 3 minutes. Ben Falami already involved. Oh, no, that was a dive. Anthony Caceres was coming in. Barely touched him. I thought it was a foul. Football State says, not sure how long Neuenhoff's injury is for, but it's a shame because it's a period of career where he should be gaining experience. Yeah, I mean, especially with Bratton out, I was like, this is Callum Neuenhoff's chance, man. This is his chance. But I guess another young player in Patrick Yazbek has stepped up, hey. So good. Yeah, dude, hyper gang. We hope Australia make the World Cup, man. Fingers crossed. All starts this Thursday with the qualifiers. The qualifier against Vietnam on Thursday. Lockie, have you ever played MPL or State League? Me? Oh, no. Not at all. Not at all. I don't play football. Here's Davidson. Margiotta. I assume that's what you mean. Have I played it? Not at all. I'm certainly not a footballer. I haven't played football since I was 12. Here's Sydney FC who shift forward. Cam Sober getting involved. Nice. Plays it through for Caceres. And they'll win a corner. Goal kick. Okay. I thought it was a corner, but okay. So Jay Barnett, who I believe is left-footed, playing right back. He filled in at left back previous game. He's generally a midfielder. Yeah, Daniel, I agree. Yeah, not sure. Daniel says not sure what we don't play D'Agostino has been for. Maybe just because he hasn't played in a while. Yeah, I mean he started the last couple of games with Margiotta out, and I would have expected him to start in this game as well. But I guess Popovich likes having impact players, and we know that from him from his time at Perth and Wanderers. There's nothing that he likes more than having a striker to bring off the bench. Whether it is it was Brendan Sansalab at Wanderers and Perth, wasn't it? Yeah. Victory lineup is going to be updated in a sec. Just correcting this back line because we have seen Jay Barnett at right back. So Victory lineup will be on screen in 2 seconds. Come on, you boys in blue. What are some good Victory chants? I know Sydney FC chants because they come to Central Coast Stadium a lot, the Cove. But I couldn't tell you any Victory chants, to be honest. A bit of a scrap in midfield here. Patrick Yazbek is what a challenge, Retro. What a challenge. Here comes Caceres through the middle. Anthony Caceres, good run. Here's a chance, Sydney FC. Bahagia. Oh, good save, Kalava. First real chance of the game comes to Sydney FC. I talked about it pre-game, man, that the pace of Bahagia is going to be a weapon for the Sky Blues, and that was a good chance. But that was a good stop by Kalava. Well, okay. That's going to be Sydney's weapon, man. They get a break quick and just get Kemp Sober or Bahagia in behind. Grab that first goal. That's going to help them if they're going to get anything out of this game. All right. Updated Melbourne Victory lineup is on the screen now, just to correct that defense. So that should be the correct lineup that we see on the pitch right now. Marcus in the live chat says, my expectations for Sydney's season weren't high. Being active in the transfer window seems crucial season to season. Oh, what a chance, Margiotta. Oh my gosh, how did he miss? I go from reading. I was reading the comment, and all of a sudden I turned my head, and Marge Jota's just blazed over the bar. How did he miss that? Let's see a replay on that. So Brimmer, Rojas. It was Rojas who just sent it through. Oh, what a miss by Donachie. Oh. Well, two terrible mistakes there. The first terrible mistake, Donachie just completely missing the ball with his left foot. And Marge Jota somehow doesn't hit the target from 5 meters out. He just like rocketed it over the bar. X Limbo asks, what can you watch this on? Paramount Plus, the streaming service. Is Barnett right-footed? I don't know why I always thought he's left-footed. If he's right-footed, then I guess that makes a bit more sense then, yeah. Dylan, Daniel coming in saying, this is why D'Agostino should start. That's right, Paramount only. Okay. What was I answering before? Oh, that's right, Sydney FC in terms of the transfer window, which Marcus brought up in the live chat just a minute ago. I don't think they had to make that many moves, though. Is a similar thing with them in Melbourne City. It's like because they had such a good, strong squad. They didn't really have to. Here's Barnett who plays a cross in. Is it going to fall to someone? Davidson. Long range strike. That's an easy save for Hewitt Bell. Gets his hands on the ball. Good stuff. What's up in the chat? Iggy saying Forza Sydney FC. Sky Blues are up for it, man. They're looking up for it. They're on the ball now in midfield. Looking to find that space. Caceres and Ninkovic got big roles to play in this game too. Here is Caceres. Okay. Ninkovic dropping deep as well. Look at him. Ball pinched off instantly. That's a good win back from Ninkovic, though. But look at that. So Ninkovic dropping deep, just a little bit deeper there. And I think it was Brimmer who was just on to him straight away. So quickly. This midfield battle is going to be really interesting, actually. Here comes Retray. Cam Sober through the middle. Cam Sober looking to play in Bahajia. Gary is there to deal with it. Okay. How have Sydney started us, Josh? They've been okay. Melbourne Victory have probably had more of the forward possession. Well, this is stunning. They've put up the win probability on the stats on the screen. And Victory are 26%. Sydney FC are 46%. Well, that's remarkable. So the win probability, which they put up every game in the stats, Sydney FC 46% to win. That's stunning. I don't understand that. Victory have been so impressive and leading the ladder leaders. Sydney FC winless in the last 3 games, and without some key defensive personnel. That's bizarre. Yeah, Iggy says, how does Sydney have more win probability? I don't. I think from what we know, it's based on like stats. It's based on like the players that are playing. Yeah, it's unusual. The only reason why maybe that's a thing is maybe they're taking into account the fact that Victory are missing some key defensive players. Ninkovic looking to get in behind that on the left. Okay, so far Victory dealing with most stuff. Ooh, Haji almost getting in. Sydney FC have had, they've both had good chances already early, actually, both sides. Bahagia got in behind, shot on target. Margiotta got in behind, shot off target. Iggy says, even though I'll go for them in this match, Victory seem like they're going to win. Yeah. They should, man. They should. Big job for Connor O'Toole in this game, coming in for his first start. Former Brisbane Roar, Newcastle Jets defender. Hey, quick question for Sydney FC fans. How's Michael Zullo doing? Like, what's he up to? I feel like we haven't seen him play for 3 years. Is he all right? I'm pretty sure he's still on the books at Sydney FC. Has he just been injured forever? Is there something that's going on that I don't know about? Like it feels like I don't think Zullo's. I couldn't tell you when the last time Michael Zullo played a game. Anyway, poor Michael Zullo. He's an iconic A-League player. Oh, that's a Josh Brillante with absolutely no pressure on him, just plays the ball out of play. Long pass. That miss by Victory, though, says Neon. Dude, that was a bad miss. It was a brilliant chance for him after Donachie just complete air swinging the ball. And Margiotta has to hit the target from there, man. Costa says, I go for Adelaide United. Who does everyone else support? You all know who I support. You can faintly see the scarf in the background. Central Coast Mariners, for those who don't know. Central Coast Mariners for life obviously supports Central Coast Mariners. Sydney FC have firepower on the bench. Look, both teams have firepower. I mean, they're showing the Sydney FC bench now. Bobo, Amini, Burgess. These guys can come on and make an impact. Here's Cam Sober with some space to run at the defense. Plays in Bahagia. Chance! The chip is wide. Oi. The chip is wide. Well, Sydney FC, that's twice now Bahagia's gotten in behind. And again, what we talked about pre-game, that's what they're going to do. If they're going to create these chances, utilize the pace. And Bahagia, I reckon he was onside there, went for the chip when maybe he should have tried to slide it near post or something like that. Well. Interesting question from Iggy. Lockie, if you could pick one manager to manage the Mariners, who would it be? I wouldn't change Monty at the moment. I'm a big Montgomery fan, man. I admire... Geez, that's a good question, man. I admire Patrick Kisnorbo's coaching style, actually. Mitch is in here. I'm a Sydney supporter. Can't even watch the game. I'll do my best to keep you updated, man. Thoughts on Mariners signing Jason Cummings? My full thoughts, I sort of dived into it in the podcast which came out today, if you want to check it out. But just to sum it up briefly, excited. He should be good. He should. It's a high profile signing, as Falami has a chance here. Sorry to interrupt that. Melbourne Victory still almost there. Not quite. No, dude, he should be good. It's a big signing, and I'm just interested to see how it plays out in terms of what we go for in the striking department, starting games now. So my only thing is I feel like it was a bit of a necessary signing considering some of the weaknesses we have in other positions. Not weaknesses, but we could have done with another central midfielder or centre back. Oh, what a chance in Ninkovic! Oh, it's blocked. Retray long range strike goes over the bar. Again, Sydney FC with a couple opportunities there. Look, Jason Cummings, everyone's excited about him, but I'm just curious to see how it plays out. But there's no doubt that he could tear it up A-League level, man. I mean, he's got good pedigree. But yeah, feel free to check out the podcast because I really dive into that in today's podcast, talking about the different strikers, what sort of combinations we could see. I think Cummings will probably will be on the bench this week against Sydney. I expect. I didn't mention this pre-game as well, but should be brought up. Sydney FC heading into this game. This is their 5th game in 2 weeks-ish. And for Melbourne Victory, this is their first game in over 2 weeks. So very big contrast there. The boos from the Victory fans when Cam Sober gets on the ball. I heard that. Here's Ninkovic. Cam Sober into the box. Good turn. Cam Sober. Ninkovic. Why did he pass out? Anthony Caceres was right next to him. Just shift the ball to Caceres and you got a shot at goal. Now Victory going to come the other way here. And what a pass by Rojas. Falami. Oh, it's the goal. Ben Falami. What a pass by Marco Rojas. 1-0. The hosts are in front. They come at the other end. And Marco Rojas has played one of the best passes you'll see in the competition this year. Wow. What do we make of that? Goal, Melbourne Victory. Well, Ben Falami, who's had such a good season so far. Look at this from Marco Rojas. Crosses the halfway line. Looking for that. What a pass. He has to get that perfectly because Van der Sar was there, man. A couple inches off and Van der Sar cuts that off. Oh, that's incredible. Well, Marco Rojas is returning to career best form steadily. He's not there yet, but he's getting there. With passes like that and Falami with a calm finish past Youd Bell. That's a really good finish from Ben Falami. That's a very good finish. Had to find that far post from an acute angle. Left foot. Wow. What are we saying in the comments? Alpex has said Sydney are the better team so far. Costas says Sydney have not been good at all. Alpex says so far Sydney had more shots. As I said, victory score. I mean, I know, right? They had a really good chance just then. Again, Camp Sober getting behind. Victory go at the other end to score. Sydney FC have been okay. They haven't been bad at all. They have created more of the chances so far. Here's Rojas coming forward again after the kickoff. Mashan left for Broxham. Here's Davidson on the left. Falami involved early in the game and gets the goal to open the scoring. Very interesting to see how Sydney FC react to this. Do they go back into the shells or do they try and fight back immediately? It's the psychology that's the most fascinating thing in these big rivalry games, guys. The psychology, absolutely. Camp Sober, what a move to get past Marchand, and he's got miles of space. It's 3-on-3. Oh, the wrong pass from Elvis. The wrong pass. Ninkovic is brought right out to the left wing. It's still on for the Sky Blues. Retre looking for the ball. Camp Sober. Dangerous. Ninkovic. Miloš Ninkovic cutting inside. Ninkovic still going. Eventually has to give it off to... it's James Donachie getting involved in the attack, the central defender. Sydney FC with numbers forward. Not a lot of movement going on, though. Move! Someone make a run! Here's Retre. Long-range strike. Second long-range strike from Retre, and it is nowhere near the goal. Another assist from Rojas, indeed. Van der Sar, what was he doing? Can Ryan Grant just play? He's in Melbourne. It's a good point. They're probably watching the game. They could be at the game, the Socceroos guys. They're literally in the city. Oh, I guess he wouldn't have been fresh for Thursday, hey? Didn't know Davidson changed his hair color again, by the way. I know, right? The pink. It's cool. All right. So Sydney FC, look, they're creating opportunities, and Cam Sober's already looked very good so far. As we expect, he's been in fantastic form. Elvis Cam Sober. But a little bit of lack of movement in that last move, I thought. They sort of had 3 or 4 players in that victory front line, back line, and someone make a run, you know? 20 minutes into this game, and there's already been a decent amount of action. Here's Caceres. Sydney FC on the front foot again. You can see the defensive setup from Victory is quite disciplined, and Broxham will deal with this. Okay. What a move from Jake Brimmer. Nice stuff. Falami now. Look at Falami go, man. He's going to get it. Gets the return from Brimmer. Victory on the attack. Ben Falami getting around his man. The cross doesn't find anyone, but the 2 blocked crosses from Falami. Football State says our finishing touch is dreadful. How come Corica didn't work on that training? It's been what's missing for Sydney FC. But look, they can't look if they're finding good field positions, they can't just give it to Retre and him have a shot from outside the box. They can't just keep doing that. Will there be a half-time cuppa? I'm sure there will be. Good stat in here, actually. Victory have 2 players in the top 4. This is from DBM in the chat. Victory have 2 players in the top 4 most assists this season. Rojas with 5, Brim with 3. Yeah, dude, Rojas running the show at Victory at the moment. And how good has Jake Brimmer been? Fantastic. Ooh, is that a foul? It is. Cam Sober wins the foul for Sydney FC in the opposition half. Look, if I'm Sydney FC, just give the ball to Elvis. Give the ball to Elvis Cam Sober, man. He's every time he touches the ball, he does something interesting with it. Whereas everyone else is a little bit not as forward thinking, you know what I mean? For Sydney FC. Victory looking to get forward. It's defended well. Look at Jake Brimmer getting involved. The defensive work that he does from the front as well. The press. Oh, Mashan late on Caceres. Ramashan's done very well settling into Australia. He's played the part from round one, isn't he? Absolutely has. Dude, Jake Brimmer to Socceroos DVM. I would have liked to have seen it. And it would have made a lot of sense. But when you look at that Socceroos midfield, it is stacked already. Like, who do you drop? Do you drop Jimmy Jago? Do you drop Riley McGree? You're not dropping Aaron Moy. You're not dropping Tommy Rogic. You're not dropping Hayden Hrustic. So is it? Yeah, it was a tricky one. Hey, you're not dropping Jackson Irvine. So, dude, he probably would have been next in line for sure. Like if someone was to drop out, he'd probably jump straight in. I reckon for sure. All right. Oh, that's right, Football State. Give the ball to Kempster, but whenever they're in trouble. That's the plan, man. That is the plan, isn't it? Sydney jersey looks very similar to City. Well, especially with them wearing the sky blue shorts as well. We don't usually see Sydney FC in an all sky blue get up like this. But yeah, look, it's very reminiscent of Melbourne City. Here's a corner for the Sky Blues. Can they create something here? Can they find an equaliser? They would love one in this first half. It'd be very important. There, corner comes in. Still on. Keeper loses it. Is that a foul on the keeper? I think it is. Wow. Liverpool fan, how's it going? Good to see you in the chat. Brock, some great defending. Foul by Donachie on Kalava. Okay. $25 into this one. It hasn't been all victory. Sydney FC have been competitive. But Victory just look a bit more threatening when they get forward, don't they? Here's Brimmer. The good thing, I mean, Victory will be stoked that Brimmer didn't get selected for Socceroos so that he can be involved in these games, man. You know what I mean? How good's Ben Falami, man? I don't know if you want to call this his breakout season because he did feature a lot last year, but he stepped up his game this year, as many Victory players have. Football State says there are players in my State League 2 club that shoot better than Bahagia. It's an aspect of his game he's gotten better on through as he's developed. Remember when he came onto the scene at the Mariners? He had all pace, but he didn't quite have his shooting boots. He grabbed a couple goals for us. Like if he gets that part of his game down, he could score himself an overseas move, man. He's been Falami. Victor on the front foot here. Margiotta can't find a teammate. Just a couple questionable things from Margiotta already in this opening less than half an hour. Shot goes over the bar from close range. Just that pass, a little bit wayward. With Nick D'Agostino, it's a little bit different. You get a bit more intensity. You get a bit more physicality, I feel like, through Nick D'Agostino. Iggy asks, name one player you thought should have been called up for the Socceroos. I mean, we were just talking about Jake Brimmer before. He could have been called up. Andrew Naboot. Andrew Naboot for me, for sure. over Matt Leckie. When you just compare those two and the seasons that they've had so far for Melbourne City, Andrew Naboot's been miles ahead of Leckie, man, miles ahead. So yeah, that was a bit of a weird one. But again, I did. You guys can check it out. There's a video that I did reacting to like the Socceroos lineup and sort of breaking it down, like, analysing it, and Graham Arnold likes picking his regulars. You know, Matt Leckie. He'll probably start as a striker on Thursday, knowing Graham Arnold. He's Cam Sober. Senior C on the attack here. Movement. Come on, Sky Blues. Movement. Do something. Make some runs. They're having to go backwards here, the Sky Blues. Alrighty. DBM says, Leckie plays pretty well for the Socceroos, though. That's true. That's true. He usually does a decent job. Xander. I'm doing well, man. We're enjoying this game so far. Patrick Wood shoots better, says Football State, better than Bahagia. I agree. And look, if I was Sydney FC coach, I'd be starting Patrick Wood for sure. I think he's great. And if in terms of being a striker, I think Bahagia operates better as a winger, man. Get him out as a winger. But again, does Bahagia have a decent delivery on him? I don't know about that. Yeah, it's an interesting one. But yeah, I'd be starting Patrick Wood. I rate him. Even though he's inexperienced, yeah. Iggy says Leckie's the definition of plays bad for a club, but is God for national team. I mean, he slowly started to improve. Like Leckie's last couple of games against Adelaide and against Mariners, he was looking a little bit better, to be fair. But before that, he was really off it. But yeah, I mean, he's been a Socceroo for a long time too. So you sort of know what you're gonna get at international level. Graham Arnold's playing it safe with a lot of his selections. Good. I hope to see some of the young guys get a run for the Socceroos on Thursday night though, like Tilio. I think if any of them probably will be Tilio too. DBM says Brock's some A-League GOAT. Dude, he's an A-League legend. You know, regardless of who you support, you got to admit, Lee Broxham is an A-League legend. He's been there since day dot. Victory again dealing with Sydney's attacks. So they've been... That was maybe a slight question mark heading into this game with some key defensive figures missing for Victory. So far they've dealt with it. And here's Rojas looking to flick it in behind. Again, that no real... that probably was the wrong decision from Rojas. He went for the back heel there, expecting Margiotta to continue his run, but that didn't really work out. Interesting. Football State says Trent Bahagia is probably better a winger than Cam Sober. Is probably a better winger, but Cam Sober has that position reserved. Well, Cam Sober's been playing as a striker. I guess in the number 10 or what if you want to call that wide positions. Look at that physicality, Cam Sober on Garia. Sninkovic and Katseris, isn't it? So, I mean, Cam Sober does drift out to wide positions a lot, though, doesn't he? Football State says Broxham is the definition of loyalty in the A-League, where loyalty is non-existent. Him and Ryan Grant, two very loyal servants, that's for sure. Yeah, man. One club players, hey, one club players. DBM says Margiotta can't make a run. He wasn't on the same wavelength with Rojas back then, wasn't it? Matt Ryan. I think Matt Ryan is the captain. Yeah. I think Matt Ryan is the captain of Socceroos. Cam Sober's been playing strike, but he can also do the winger role. Yeah, I mean, like at Victory, he was like purely a winger. But playing more centrally at Sydney FC, it seems more like natural to him. He just like flourishes there. Like look at him now, and his tendency to drift centrally and just take on players through the middle. I love it. I think it suits him a bit more. He's got a bit more free. I feel like he's got a bit more freedom in this role, whereas like at Victory, he was just sort of locked on a wing. Here's Rojas trying to get around. Yazbek does so. Goes near post. Easy save for Heward Bell. Okay. Past the half-hour mark in this game, and there's been a bit of a lull somewhat for the past 10 minutes. Both teams getting in forward positions, but nothing too dangerous being created. And at the moment, you just get the sense that Victory controlling things. I mean, defensively, they've been pretty solid. Not really giving Sydney FC too much opportunity to get in behind. Gary's been good. Gary's been good at centre-back so far. He's been looking after things. Margiotta going for that first-time long ball. Will it find Falami? It will, because Van der Sarg's not going to be able to deal with it. Van der Sarg's been a bit shaky so far. Falami with the 1-2 with Bremer. We love it. We love to see it. Two fantastic players combining. Margiotta now edge of the box. Oh, can't get past Retre again. Margiotta with the mistake. Sydney FC got to break quickly here. Oh, switcher play by Bahagia. Finds Ninkovic. Nice pass. What can they do here, Sydney FC? Can we find a run? Can we find a Bahagia? Here's Caceres. Goes for the strike. Going over the bar. Oh, took a deflection. Not so bad in the end. Corner for Sydney FC. Caceres to deliver. Is it goal time? Is it going to be goal time for the Sky Blues? Tall Timber, Wilkinson, Donachie's in there. Van der Sarg as well. Let's go, lads. Get up. Comes in towards Donachie. Headed clear. That was Guerrier again, wasn't it? Connor O'Toole sends it back in. That is a shocker because it's going to float straight into the arms of Kalava. Connor O'Toole maybe just a little bit rusty. Obviously not a lot of game time recently. They gave both him and Van der Sarg half an hour in the Perth game on the weekend. They're showing the save stats across all keepers so far this season. Kalava leading it with 27 saves. How about that? That's actually surprising. Redmayne with 24, Birighitti 20, Macklin Freak 20, Philip Curto 19. There you go. See, that's actually interesting. I wouldn't have thought Kalava would have been leading it. Sydney FC. Come on, you boys in blue. That's the only chant I know. That's the Sydney FC chant I know, I'm pretty sure. Sydney FC. Freak is beating Curto, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh, here's Davidson. What a chance. Oh, no. Margiotta has just missed from... Again, that's his second terrible miss so far this game. Davidson plays the perfect pass in, and Margiotta's free in the box. Was he onside? Here's a replay. Was he onside? That's what I want to know. Oh, he was close. He was close, but still, he absolutely screwed it up big time. He just like hit the outside of his foot or something. He just... Why is Daggers not starting, man? Why is D'Agostino not starting? What are you doing, Melbourne Victory? I swear D'Agostino would have scored a goal by now, man. I'm telling you. No disrespect to Margiotta, but you got to play the man that's in form. Come on, you boys in blue. DBM says Margiotta keeps proving my point. It's maybe like he two real big misses, hey? Like clear misses. And then there's been 2 or 3 passes that have just been wavered. He's just lost the ball. Cam Sober's in the box for Sydney FC. Here's Bahagia. Chance Sydney. Cross comes in. Oh, Ninkovic right in front. 1-1. Equaliser. Miloš, I said it earlier. He steps up in the big games and he's done it here. 1-1. Miloš, the Serbian maestro. It is all square, and that is a vital goal for Sydney FC, who you probably say I want to say, look, I don't know if I want to say it's against the run of play, but you can see here, Sydney FC, Cam Sober again involved, makes the little burst into the box. Bahagia gets around his man, nice move, and Garia, who's had such a good half so far, doesn't deal with it defensively, and it falls to Milosh, and it's an easy goal. Milosh, well done, Milosh Ninkovic as well. He didn't just hack at it. You can see how he shifted the ball and found the space. He went for that near post. Get in, says Jezza boy. Iggy says, let's go. Outbacks, yeah. Mariners for life, suit. Sanders in here, let's go. Sky Blues are up. 1-1. They're back in this. Miloš Ninkovic. How about that? It's his first goal of the season after 9 games. 33rd goal for Sydney FC in the A-League. Sky Blues are up, man. Sydney FC. And now, Melbourne Victory are going to rue those missed opportunities, man. Melbourne Victory could have scored 3 goals already. Cam 7 won the ball and then just instantly lost it. They instantly rolled it out of play. That's hilarious. Okay, we've got to... Hey, I told you guys, man. We got to get them in our hands. It's going to be drama. Both teams finding the back of the net. It's good stuff. Here's Rojas on the front foot for victory. Easy claim for Heward Bell. Come on, you boys in blue. Sydney FC. What was that stat that you said? Is that Victory's first goal they've conceded in the first half this season? That's actually impressive. How good. Well done, Melbourne Victory. That's right, Xander. The amount of times I've sung a Sydney FC chant, people mistake me for a Sydney FC fan. I know, and I'm wearing a sky blue shirt. It's not, it's probably not, and I've got blue lights behind me. Of course, it's just for the big blue theme. Luckily, the scarf is in the back. Marin's scarf is in the background to protect me. It's just catch. I don't know why. It's like stuck on my head, and I don't know any victory chants, man. I don't know any victory chants. And those are the only 2 lines I know too. Sydney FC, come on, you boys in blue. That's all I know. I swear there's another one that I know. What's like another Sydney FC chant? I don't know. Hey. Nicholas, where's Redmayne, COVID? That's right. Xander coming with the answer. Socceroos duty. Redmayne involved with the Socceroos squad. Is it a goal? There was a goal a couple of moments ago. Yeah, for Sydney FC. Ninkovic with the equaliser. 1-1. Good turnout by the Cove there. You can see them in the corner. The actual support for Sydney FC. Solid bunch of them. We are Sydney. Oh, that's right, Xander. Yeah, we are Sydney. Boom. The famous Sydney FC. Boom. We're from the Harbour City. Boom. From Moore Park Road. That's how it goes, right? Yeah. Dude, I respect other teams' chance. Like, I don't care, dude. Like, good on them. We are Sydney. Dude, let's turn that into a song. Maybe I should record an album of like just making musical versions, like funk versions of A-League chants. Oh, that's the worst idea I've ever had. Grant King and Redmayne are out. Yes, yeah, all missing for this one. On Soccer's duty. The boys in blue from Moore Park Road. That's it. That's the line. That was that line. We are Sydney. Dude, half time, I'm getting my guitar. We're making a song. I'm telling you right now. Brock's in here says, I love Sydney's chants. They're good, eh? Here's Sydney in the box. Chips it over. Here's Bahagia. We talked about it pre-game. We talked about it in today's podcast. Sydney FC have a hard time hitting the target. Trent Bahagia just proven that point. Hit the target. His headers, he basically has an uncontested header at the far post and just misses. Like, just get that on target. Brock says, wow, what a game so far. I'm entertained so far. Yeah, dude, me too. It's been good fun. Sydney FC are up for it. And with both teams scoring goals, I mean, you know, they've got a taste for it. So anything could happen, man. Anything can happen. Sydney FC could grab a second here, man. I'm on Sydney, but I got my money on Melbourne. Yeah, dude. I mean, even Sydney fans reckon Melbourne Victory are going to win. Brock says Victory's defense is getting exposed easy. Sydney could win this. As the game goes on, Sydney are doing a good job of staying competitive. Here's Bahagia, edge of the box. Strike is blocked by Guerrier, who again gets in the way. Apart from that little slip of the goal, Guerrier's had a good half. Straight up, I'm gonna get my guitar halftime. We're gonna make some acoustic versions of these Sydney FC chants just for lols, just for shits and giggles. Here's Ninkovic on the ball. He's been involved, Milosh, and he's looked good. I said it, man. He gets up for these big games, and he's proven it, isn't he? Xander says, honestly, the proudest I've been as a Sydney fan this season. We are showing good energy, good spirit and energy. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a lot more positive than... Not actually, well, maybe not positive is the right word to use. They've just been very competitive. Ninkovic. Ole, ole, ole. Is that how that would go? That chant? That's not Victory's normal defense, right? Yeah, Gary normally plays right. Yeah. So usually it would be like Gary a right back. The centre backs would have usually been Hamill and Miranda. They're both out with injury, and Davidson is left back now. So yeah, I mean Broxton's slotting into centre back, and Gary is shifted into centre back. And dude, why am I talking about? I've literally got the graphic on the screen. I just realized. I remembered. Barnett at right back. Here's Caceres with the ball coming in. Free kick. The header comes across. Donachie goes down. Penalty? No. I didn't think it was, but there was almost a half appeal from some Sydney FC players then. Donachie's asking the question. Make a song for the Sydney FC. How does that one go? Man? I'm not sure how that one goes. We are Sydney. Famous Sydney FC. It's funny too. They're like the only chants I know. I actually don't know. I couldn't tell you any other teams' chants. Maybe some Wanderers' chants. Just the teams that have played at Central Coast Stadium before. You know what I mean? Blue Lights just noticed that. Yeah, dude, we're in the we've got the big blue theme going here on the live watch along. Why isn't Miranda starting? I believe he's still injured. Yeah, still injured for this one. He's been a crucial defender for Victory this season, hasn't he? So they're going to miss him, but so far they've been doing an okay job. But you think they'd probably be more solid in defense. And that is halftime. Melbourne Victory won. Sydney FC won. And that's been good, man. It's been a good half of football. And I'm very excited for the second half. Because anything could happen at this point. Like, Sydney FC probably could have had the lead. Because Melbourne Victory just didn't take their chances there as well. Both teams could have had a couple extra goals. Brock says Nick Daggers has to come on. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Let's, dude, halftime cup of tea. Let's bloody go. Let's just start boiling the kettle. We are Sydney. The famous Sydney FC. What do you guys make of that half? What do you guys make of that half of football? 1-1 between both sides. I feel like it's been pretty even. I don't want to say that either team has been on top, because I think it's been even enough. Both teams probably should have had more goals. Maybe, I mean, even Margiotta with 2 crucial chances. Chucks in the live chat says, great goal by Victory, and I knew Ninko would deliver if you got a start. He's stepped up, and he's looked good, hasn't he? He's looked very good. Ninko deserved the goal, says Xander. Sydney FC fans are here, man. Sydney FC are here in the live watch long and out in force. Love to see it. Joshua, just a bit earlier, says this isn't a 1-1 scoreline. Should be like 3-2. Feels like it, doesn't it? Like it could have been that, man. It could have been that. If both teams were a bit more clinical in front of goal. Brock says Sydney have taken more shots, less on target. Let's check those stats actually. Let's suss it out. Let's have a look at what we're seeing here with some of these stats. Because I feel like both teams have had a number of chances. It'd be interesting to see who is actually leading the stat count, the shot count. Okay, there we go. So oh, dude, classic. Okay, Melbourne Victory, 7 shots, 4 on target. And then this is classic Sydney FC. I talked about this in this week's podcast. I talked about it in pre-game a little bit. Sydney FC, 12 shots, only 2 on target. And that's been the common theme for them in the recent weeks. They are creating opportunities. They're just not hitting the target. And like Trent Bahaji had a fantastic chance to score a header, and it went wide. So 5 blocked shots from Sydney FC, 1 for Victory. Passing accuracies just in the favour of the home side. And possession stat just as even as it gets, 49-51. Almost as even as it gets. Chuck says Ninko is definitely contender for best foreign player, or at least he's up there. I mean, he has. When you think of like all-time greatest foreign players, he's definitely up there. He's just been a bit quiet the last couple of seasons. That's all. Let's get this cup of tea. I'll be back in 2 seconds. So, like, if we were going to do something. Oh, dude, you know the exciting thing about the second half is like both teams have got good substitutes to bring on as well. So that's the exciting thing as well. Ooh, Sam asks, any tips for me trying to start an A-League podcast? Pardon me. My first tip... Look, I could dive into it heaps. My first tip is an incredible stereotypical piece of advice, but from what I've learned in my short time in the industry so far is literally just get started. Like, that's so... When they say get started, it's like so true. Because you learn so much. Like... the podcast that I've been doing now, I've done a lot of like podcast and radio work before this, and that's helped me start this. Like if I hadn't had the experience, so like just get started. Just start like building up your experience, and yeah, man. And again, I know it's super cliche, but yeah, it's a good question. Just made an A-League TikTok edit account. I'm following now. Nice. What else are we saying here in the chat? Shark is saying Bahaji has no accuracy. Get Wood in. I agree. I think Patrick Wood should be starting in this game. He should have been. And maybe subbing Mustafa Amini. I think we will definitely see Amini. Hey, we'll see an Amini cameo. We have to. It'll mostly be about A-League expansion, yeah. And just like focus, I mean, for me, like focus on what you're passionate on as well. Like when I started the Coastal Football Podcast, it wasn't really what it is now. Like I basically just like sat down and talked about the Mariners game after every weekend. And it's sort of expanded to like just general A-League stuff now. So yeah, there's like a lot to it actually. And it's actually like if you can get through some of the text, like the text stuff is actually the easy side of it. Like recording a podcast is pretty easy once you figure it out, and you can smash them out pretty easily. They're one of the easiest pieces of content to make. If you're not going to be doing editing and stuff, you can just like record it, have it, and then upload it. Like have it. I didn't need to include that in the steps. But yeah, it's once you get the hang of it, it's a super easy process too, and you can do it for free, man. There's free platforms to get your free like services that you can use to get your podcast out on all the major platforms, which is very handy, very handy. Xander coming in with that Amini substitute prediction, probably come on 60th to 70th minute for Retro. Yeah, from what we've seen as well, like I like the Amini substitution because he adds a bit more drive. Like he always adds a bit more. He's just a bit more aggressive, Amini, in attack, which is nice, which is good. So if they're chasing the game, yeah. Thanks so much, mate. Hopefully have an episode out this week. No worries, dude. And let me know if you've got any other questions as well. Because, dude, and here's the other thing. Like, we need more, like, people creating content and doing podcasts, talking about it. Like, and at fan level more than anything. That's what we need. Chuck says Matt Leckie has been the biggest flop in the A-League, in my opinion. That's probably honestly, it's probably a fair assessment. No disrespect to the guy, but just purely due to the fact that he hasn't really lived up to the hype. He hasn't really succeeded the way we'd expect him to. So, yeah, man, like it's not the most ridiculous statement. It's a fair shout. And there hasn't really, I can't think of anyone who's played enough games to be deemed a flop. And it is early days still. Remember, it's early days. So you look, Matt Leckie could end up becoming the best player in the league, or he could continue his downward trend. Will he do it for the Socceroos on Thursday night? That's the question, though. Hopefully he does, dude. Hopefully he does for Socceroos fans' sake. We'll get a halftime cup of tea. Who's got their halftime beverages going? Yeah, Chuck, I heard about this as well. So Chuck says, I heard a commentator in the Mariners, in the Central Coast Mariners game, talking about Melbourne City bringing a new Japanese attacker in the coming days, nearly ready for it to be announced. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Why are these teams bringing in attackers when they don't really need them? Melbourne City, like they've already got an attacking player, Manuel Picciarelli, and he's not even getting a look in. Like, they've got a guy who's, like, at the club and, like, not even getting a run. They've brought in this Italian guy, and he's not even getting a run. Why would they need another? I don't get it. And you're already so stacked with McLaren, Tilio, Kolakovsky, Leckie, Nabut, Picciarelli, and then more young guys that are surely coming through. It's bizarre, isn't it? So, look, the only reason why maybe it's happening is that maybe one of those players are on the out. Maybe Marco Tilio is going to score a big overseas move. Or, I don't know. Maybe Andrew Nabut's heading off again. So, yeah. Chuck says, Falami has been class for Victor today. He's been fantastic, hey? Fantastic. What is Manuel Picciarelli doing? I think he had an injury heading into the first few rounds of the season. He was on the bench against the Mariners on the weekend. But it is a weird one, hey. It was a weird one when they first signed him because I was like, how is he gonna like? They've already got their starting three attackers sorted out, and they got the midfield sorted out. They didn't need to sign anyone in there because they didn't lose O'Neill, Metcalf, or Berenguer. And I was like, okay, I just wonder how this is gonna play out. So look, if they're gonna bring in someone, I want someone's got to be on the way out. I expect. That's what I anticipate. Brock said Jamie McLaren isn't moving. He's signed a 3-year deal. Well, there you go. There you go. So it's not him. Unless there'd be a transfer fee coming in for him. Rennie Crin's another one, yeah. He's another good example of a midfielder who's come in and just hasn't had a look in yet. But again, I think a similar thing where he's been carrying an injury early on in the season. But he hasn't been involved in any playing squad so far as I can remember. Rennie Crin, who's like this, he's a defensive midfielder, and yeah, it's a funny one. Like, when will we see him? Which we're already past round 11. Maybe soon enough. And he came with some good pedigree as well, Rennie Crin. It's like Slovenian. I believe he's a Slovenian international, isn't he? So he's got some pedigree of playing overseas. Brock says, by the way, great podcast. Listen to the full 30 minutes. Very informative. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Dude, this one was fun because there was actually a lot of good stuff to talk about. And again, for those who want to check it out, we talked about Mariners signing Cummings, what that means for the striker department from the Mariners. We talked about how Adelaide United are looking maybe the underdogs. Well, not underdogs, but like the dark horses, if you like, this season. They've just been looking, they're on the up at the moment. We talked about Gail Sandoval and how he could potentially revolutionise Phoenix, and a couple other things. We talked about Sydney FC and not being able to hit the target, and we also did a Socceroos preview as well. So managed to squeeze that all into half an hour. So if you've got half an hour to spare, you can watch it on the YouTube channel here, Coast Watch Football on YouTube. You can check out the podcast episode. It dropped today. Or you can check it, you can listen. So like if you don't have time, if you're heading to work, if you're heading to school, university, whack it on your earbuds on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and you can watch it. Chuck says, the podcast is great. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Chuck says, I think he's injured, but he played for Inter, so we should get game time. Yeah, there you go. Chuck says, also role player Eli Adams is trying to get a contract with Bundesliga. There you go. Didn't hear about that. That's an interesting one. That is an interesting one. He's we haven't seen too much. He's only played a couple games just recently. He's made a couple bench appearances in the last couple of games. So that's an interesting one. Keep an eye on it for that. We sometimes see that these like A-League players who like don't get a look at it all of a sudden go overseas. Like it happened with like Chris C. Harris, didn't really get too much game time, went overseas. There's some other ones. Who are some other ones? Yeah, I feel like it's happened a few times where young players will maybe get like 10 or less games and then all of a sudden disappear. Lockie Brook did it, but he's back now. Shadow says Brisbane Roar should give more Eli Adams more game time. I think he's better than Akbari. As far as I know, I think Eli Adams is a winger, isn't he? I don't know too much about him, to be honest. But Akbari is more of like a central player anyway, isn't he? Like more of a midfielder. All right, second half, let's do it. Should we do it? I reckon we should do it. Sydney FC. Melbourne Victory. Who's going to take control of the second half? That is the question that we're all asking ourselves. All right. Oh, we are underway. Let's go. Let's go, man. Substitutions. Stefan Negro is on for Barnett, which makes a lot of sense because Negro is definitely a specific right back, whereas Barnett's more of a makeshift right back. So it's a change that makes a lot of sense. So let's update that lineup in the lineup now. Sydney FC on the front foot early here, shifting it over to the left. Is there going to be a corner for Sydney FC? It will early in this second half. Stefan Negro on for Jay Barnett here. All right. Here we go. Sydney FC with a chance. It's Ninkovic in the box. Ooh. How's the stream been tonight? Asks Neon. Dude, it's been a lot of fun, man. Been really enjoying this game. 1-1 as we enter the second half. So very excited to see how it plays out. Both teams have had good chances. And have found the back of the net, more importantly, which is going to make for an exciting second half, knowing that both teams have had a taste for scoring goals in this game. So, Sydney FC, we're looking good through good periods, good sections of that first half. Can they continue that? Look at that Victory active support, man. They look so impressive. Massive. Got some Mexican food delivered from a small shop 200 meters from my apartment. Dude, so good. That's good to hear. Mexican while watching the Sydney FC take on Victory. Here's a chance. Ooh. Header came in from the set piece. Kalava met with the save. It was Wilkinson flying in. Wilco. Legend. A-League. He's an A-League legend too, isn't he? Alex Wilkinson. He very rarely scores goals. But yeah. DBM says, can't believe Margiotta's still on. I know. No Nick D'Agostino yet. But look, I don't think he'll be too far away. I don't think Daggers will be too far away. Shutter says, that frame of Victory fans reminds me of the old times of active support in the A-League. They're pumping, aren't they, Victory fans? It looks great. They really fill up that those active support base. It'll be interesting to see what the attendance number is for this game. I don't think it's going to be... I've got a feeling it's going to be like 15,000, maybe 14,000. It's certainly not packed out by any means. There's plenty of empty seats. I'm going to say maybe 14,000. What do you guys think? Let's jump in with some attendance predictions. Of course, you got to consider the fact that there's the pandemic going on and everything, which always impacts things. Davidson. Oh, nice passing play here from Victory. Margiotta. He's done it again. Francesco Margiotta, again, not on the same wavelength with his teammates. Just sends a long pass to no one. What's going on? Francesco Margiotta's not having a great game at all. Shadow says, I reckon you're about right with the 15,000. Not sure how many people on the camera side. They showed it just before kickoff, and there wasn't many. It wasn't packed at all. So 15,000 at most, I would say, actually. Maybe closer to 13. Well, Margiotta hasn't done too much right in this game, has to be said. His involvements haven't really been too productive. And Nick D'Agostino is waiting on the wings. Good morning from the Netherlands. How's it going? All right, Victory looking to push down the right-hand side. Jake Brimmer getting involved as usual. Oh, nice little dummy there. That was Margiotta this time. Rojas on the right. Chance for Victory. Here it is. Cross comes in. Oh my goodness. What a chance. How did that not end up in the back of the net? Ben Falami with an incredible chance. What just happened? Heward Bell saves it. Did Falami just get his touch wrong? That was a weird one. Brock says, what a save. I got to see a replay of that, man. That seemed like a weird one. The ball came in. It was a great cross. And Falami somehow doesn't score. Wow. Shadow says, what a great save. Josh says, what a save. Heward Bell keeping Sydney FC in the game with that stop. Ben Falami with the chance to score a second goal of the game. It was a great save indeed. They still haven't shown a replay of it. I'd love to see another look because that's an incredible miss from Ben Falami. Here we go. Here's the replay. So the ball comes in. Oh, what a save. What a chance. Look, I'll tell you now. That's less. Oh, look. It is a good save, but Falami should finish that 100%. Oh, Brimmer with a strike goes wide. Like, yes, it's a good save, but more importantly, Falami should be finishing that. Like, that's what a chance. They're showing more replays of it. Melbourne Victory should be 2-1 up. Melbourne Victory should be in the lead. What a chance. Oh, my God. Brock says, I don't think Daggers would have missed from there. Xander says, you would Bell have my kids. An incredible stop. But more importantly, Ben Falami has just missed a sitter. An absolute sitter. And after he provided a fantastic finish for his goal. And this one was absolutely an easier chance. Oh, wow. Hey. What an opportunity. Now, Sydney FC are going to come the other way here. That's a nice little move from Ninkovic, who's had a good game. It's going to come back here. All right, Sydney FC working their way back. Sydney FC don't want to give away the ball. They're building up their possession stats, aren't they? Hey. Oh, Victory winning up the field, and here's a chance. Shot deflected. Heward Bell with a bit of an easier save this time. It was Michael Rojas with a strike. Rojas could have laid it off for a teammate there, but it was Wilkinson who got a touch and softened the blow for Heward Bell and goals. Victory come again here. Jason Davidson on the left, cutting inside now. Davidson forced back. Brillante. Victory building nicely. Good. Cut out there. Donachie's there. Victory win it again. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Jake Brimmer's going to... Oh no, it's Rojas. Sydney FC not able to clear it at the moment. Victory still pressing. That's going to go out of play. Yep. So pressure relieved there. It was Stefan Negro who couldn't keep the ball in play. Shadow says, Victory having a nice passing game. Yeah, I'm loving some of the quick passing moves that they're having on, especially in those wide areas. Really good. It's a feature of their game, I think, this season, isn't it, Victory? Tony Popovic has probably gotten them going on those passing drills all pre-season, I reckon. Ooh. Heavy collision in the middle of the park. Victory win it. All right, here we go. Another Victory attack. Davidson on the left for Falami. Back for Davidson. Here's a chance. Cross is blocked. Sydney clear it. And here's Bahagia looking for that quick release and loses the ball. Here's Davidson looking for that pass in to feet. Doesn't work out there for Rojas. This game's opening up a little bit now. Victory really testing Sydney FC. 10 minutes into the second half. Chuck says dumb foul by Bahagia. Silly to give that one away, wasn't it? Victory. Well, they're again on the front foot. Just pushing Sydney FC back here. In front of their active support fans. Victory cross through Davidson. Ramashan to collect. Brillante. Trying to box Sydney FC in. But don't forget, Sky Blues have that ability on the counter-attack, man. With the pace of Bahagia. With the pace of Cam Sober. But Melbourne Victory pushing for the winner to get in front in this game. Ball goes out of play, though. Oh, that's so funny. They just cut to Archie Thompson eating on the bench and he saw it. Oh, that's so funny. And he's like shaking his head. Did you guys see that? They cut to Archie Thompson who's just chilling on the sidelines eating what I think was pizza. That's so funny, man. I love that. Hey, Mustafa Amini's coming on. Amini's coming on. I think it was Xander, wasn't it, who predicted 60th or 70th minute? Well, it might be a little bit earlier than that even. Amini to be injected into the game, and I think it might be Max Burgess coming on as well for Sydney. Here's Victory on the front foot. Meanwhile, though, what can they create this time? Trying to get that passing move in. Rojas loses the ball. Shadow says Archie was enjoying that pizza. Dude, he looked like it. Looked like it, wasn't he? Cross coming in. Doesn't find anyone. Ooh. Oh, no. That's got to be a head clash. That was a weird one. Geria and Raimashan is down. That didn't look like a good one. He definitely collided with Geria there. There's two teammates colliding for the header. Raimashan went... Oh, ouch, dude. Well, Raimashan definitely coming off the worst. You rarely see that. Why did Geria go up for it is the question. Raimashan's clearly looking at the ball and goes up for it, and Geria... Oh, my goodness. And there's a lot of blood coming from the... Oh, both players are bleeding, man. Big time. Jeez, dude. Well, we hope that both of these guys are okay. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, man. There is an excessive amount of blood coming from the head of Ramashan right now. Goodness, you rarely see head cuts this bad. Wow. Broken nose, says Brock. Is it? Yeah, it looks like maybe the top of the nose there. That, goodness me, dude, that's a... And I feel like it could have been avoided. Like, as I just said, like, Garrett, Ramashan was going up for it. Gary just flew in. Why would you fly in like that if your teammate's going... You can see your teammate looking at the ball and he's leaping up for it. Why would you go in? Why would you risk it? Why would you both go up for that? That was a... Goodness me. Yeah, dude, we hope they're all right. Ramashan is up, and oh my god, look at the cuts on his face. That's incredible. Oh, dude, it was a heavy collision that really shouldn't have happened. It should have been avoided. Geria kept running as if it was okay, but look at it, you can see he's bleeding instantly, man. Jeez, well, 2 players down for Victory, but meanwhile, Sydney FC might be making these changes. We just hope both these guys are okay. Wonder whether they might have to come off. There's going to be 2 substitutions for Victory, though, and big ones. Chris Economides and Nick D'Agostino coming onto the field. Talk about firepower. Oh, my gosh. What 2 players to bring off the bench, man. Shadow says, I feel like Gary was in a better position to head it. Probably from a defensive point of view, because he was going to head it, like clear it away from the defense, whereas Rashan was running backwards. So that's a fair point, but you'd think just someone call out for it. I don't know whether no one called out for it or something. D'Agostino Economides coming on. Big changes. So they're strapping up the head injuries for Gary and Mashan. We hope they're okay. And it'll be interesting to see. So multiple substitutions coming on for both sides now. So we'll keep an eye on what. So Amini is on the field now. We'll keep an eye on who he came off for. I'm gonna predict Patrick Yazbek here, which is a move they've made in the past. And then again, it's okay. No, it is Paolo Retro's come off, and they're strapping his calf. So Paolo Retro off and Amini on, and whether they made another one. Oh, they have 2. I was told about coming on. Well, another Sydney FC youngster getting some minutes here. Talbot's on the field. Manly fan asks, do you see Sydney scoring again? Honestly, yeah, I think they could. I think Victory have started the second half a bit better. But they can, man. They've shown that they're up for this. Heward Bell this game, you can see the stats here. 4 saves so far this game. A couple crucial ones, actually. They're keeping him in it. In fact, it's going to be Robbie Cruz and Economides coming on. It was D'Agostino who was about to come on. I don't know whether he's also coming on. But they're making at least 2 changes here, the home side. Interesting to see who Talbot. So many substitutions going on right now. As we take this extended break, it's Marco Rojas coming off for Economides. So that makes sense. That makes sense. What else have we got? You guys keeping an eye on these substitutions for me? So many substitutions, it's hard to keep up with. There are any of these injured players who have got head clash coming off as well. So Rojas is off for Economides. We've got that. And it's going to be... So it is going to be Ryan Mashan coming off, is it? For Robbie Cruz. Is that right? And is that right? Oh, okay. So Ryan Mashan's being stretched off the field. That's not what we want to see, man. We hope he's okay. A lot of bleeding and head cuts. And you can see Jason Gary's going over to him, the player who he had the head clash with. Well, we don't like to see it. We rarely see players get stretched off, and especially for a head injury. That's worrying. Well, we hope Ryan Mashan of Melbourne Victory is okay, man. Stretches on. Yeah. I love the new podcast, Lockie. Thanks, Football Podcast. Appreciate it. Yeah, no Nick D'Agostino. Patrick, who scored the goals? Ben Falami scored for Victory and Milos Ninkovic scored for Sydney FC. So it might mean a bit of a reshuffle for Victory. Potentially Jake Brimmer shifting back to one of the number 6 positions. And Robbie Cruz to come into that number 10 role. We'll get these lineups updated right now. Manly fan says, I can't watch the game, so using you is the next best thing. Hopefully I'm doing a good job at keeping you updated. Appreciate you tuning in, man. That's all good. Sydney FC on the front foot instantly, and they've won a corner, I think. Yeah, Jason Gary right back into the action with his head all bandaged up. We're going to get these updated lineups on the screen for you in just a second after we get all of these substitutes figured out. There's 4 in total across both sides. Make sure we get the correct lineups for both teams. As Sydney FC are going to take their 5th corner of the game. Victory still with no corners. So potential chance here for Sydney FC. Ball comes in, far post. Header's going to sail over the bar from captain Alex Wilkinson. So, 1-1. And we've had a bit of a lull in the game. Not lull in the game, I should say, just like a stoppage, because due to that unfortunate injury, I hope Ryan Mashan's okay. He's just been stretched it off. Substitutions have been made. So we're into the next phase of the game here, the final third of this match. Can Sydney FC find their way back into it? That's the question. Here's Cam Sober in the box. Ball comes in. Oh, he's missed. He's missed a teammate. He wasn't going for goal. He's going for that cross. Milos Ninkovic was there, man. Good chance there for the Sky Blues. Cam Sober again involved. Gee whiz. Yeah, plenty of corners for the Sky Blues this game. Hey, no corners as of yet for the home side, which is kind of surprising considering they have had some good spells. But I feel like Sydney FC had to have more, like Victory's attacks have been more like fast-paced, like counter-attacks, you know what I mean? Bino's in the chat saying, predicting Victory 2-1 at full time. I can see it happening. Again, they're showing Ryan Marchand just being stretched off on the sideline. Dude, I hope he's okay, man. As I mentioned, we rarely see players get stretched off in the A-League. And for a head clash, it's yeah, we hope he's okay. So updated Victory lineup on your screens right now. Jake Brimmer, we imagine, is going to shift back a little bit. Robbie Cruz in that number 10 position. And Economides has come on for a straight swap with Marco Rojas. And we'll get the Sydney FC lineup updated in just a second. But Victory coming in with a chance here, just headed clear. So again, you can see how Victory just a bit more, they're a bit more urgent to attack. You know what I mean? Like I get the sense they go forward a bit quickly. Where Sydney FC on numerous occasions have gotten forward then go backwards a lot. They're saying he'll probably go straight to hospital. Not surprised. Not surprised, man. We hope he's okay. Of course, always reassuring to know we've got the best medical people on hand. Hey, Patrick says, I hope all players okay. Absolutely. Never like to see it. Never. Okay. So still plenty of time in this game, man. There's still plenty of football to be played. And still a chance for either team to get the win. So who came off for Talbot? Who came off at Talbot? That's what I'm still trying to figure out, guys. So many substitutions. And then 2 players going down with injury. Sydney FC are coming forward here. Here's the main news. Here's Cam Sober on the wing. There's Caceres. Looks like Talbot's at right back for, must have been Van der Sar who's gone off. Oh, what a chance, Sydney! Ninkovic in the box. Victory clear. Well, Sydney, a couple good chances. A couple good openings in the box here. They're testing this Victory defense, man. They're testing this Victory defense. Brock says Daggers to come on, score a belter like he did against Adelaide. Could do it. Bobo's going to come on for Sydney FC too. So Bobo to come on. And it is Nick D'Agostino who will come on now as well. So a host of changes. 3 new players for both sides now. And Patrick Wood's coming on. Oh my goodness. Okay. All of the substitutions happening at once. Let's go. So many changes, man. It's not surprising for Sydney FC that they just played a couple of days ago there. They need the fresh players on the park. It's going to be... I think is it Ninkovic coming off as well. So we'll get those updated lineups for you in just a second. Bahaji is off. So Bahaji and Ninkovic are both off the park. That's right, Chuck. Finally, Wood and Bobo, long overdue, so some different strike power up front. Margiotto is off for Nick D'Agostino as well for Victory. Okay, so a little bit of a different looking attack for Sydney FC. We'll expect Patrick Wood and Bobo to be playing up front. Barbarousse is maybe playing off that left-hand side now. Oh, sorry, not Barbarousse. Did I say Barbarousse? I mean Cam Sober. Barbarousse hasn't seen a football pitch all season, hasn't he? Sydney would love the former Victory player to be on the park right now, but unfortunately out with injury. Same thing with Lafondra. Victory getting forward here. Playing the ball in behind on the right side. They're going to win a corner. It's their first corner of the game here, Melbourne Victory. First corner of the game coming in the 71st minute. Wilkinson with a block. So Nick D'Agostino, can he be the man to rescue the win for Melbourne Victory in this game? He's done it before. He has done it before. All right. So what can Melbourne Victory do with their first corner of the game here? It's going to be Jake Brimmer to deliver. Tall timber like Jason Gary are in there. Jason Davidson's in there as well. Robbie Cruz, Connor Meades. Options in the box. They go short across the floor. And oh my God, he's played it right out. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, Jake Brimmer's just passed it straight out of play. That's well, we saw the worst corner we've ever seen a few weeks ago in the was it the FFA Cup at JSA corner, and that tops it off there from from Jake Brimmer. He's usually such a good delivery from set pieces, but that was horrendous. Goodness me, what a shocker, says Brock. One of the worst corners I've ever seen, says Shadow in the chat. What was that, says Chuck. How good. Oh, disastrous. And their first corner of the game too. First corner of the game for the home side. It's very uncharacteristic. Updated lineup for Victory now. D'Agostino is on the park alongside the new lads Connor Meades and Cruz. So still a deadly lineup in attack for Melbourne Victory. And we'll get this reshuffled Sydney FC lineup updated for you in just a second. As look, both teams are going to be looking for the winner here. That's the exciting thing too. I don't think Sydney FC will necessarily just sit back for the remainder of this game. They'll want the winner. It'd be a massive one too if they could do it here against their rivals. And here comes Talbot moving forward. Substitute. Or was it? No, sorry, that was Amini. That was Amini with the burst forward. And I mentioned it before he came on. He's going to bring that Amini. He's going to bring that pace, that drive. It's about drive. It's about power. Shout out to that song. That O'Shea corner, though. Yeah, dude, that O'Shea corner was hilarious, wasn't it? Wasn't it just? Ooh. Tightly contested stuff in here in midfield. Look at them wrestling for the ball. I think it's going to be a free kick in the end for Victory, yeah. Foul by O'Toole. Donahue's had a decent game of defence. He has to be said. Oh, economy is almost getting him behind there. All right. Sydney FC with a host of changes now confirmed on your screens. As I mentioned earlier, this is their 5th game in 2 weeks, Sydney FC. So a lot of players out, need resting. So they've made a total of 4 changes now. They'll have one more up their sleeve, still Sydney FC. But they're basically playing all their cards now. Amini's on the park. Patrick Wood, Bobo's there. Let's update Bobo's number. He's number 9. I've got a feeling, though. What do you guys think? If anyone's going to score a winner, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? It should be Victory, right? It should be. They're at home. You'd think the home fans would just get them across the line. But Sydney FC have just been very stubborn this game. That's the word I'm going to use to describe Sydney FC. They've been stubborn. They've proved tough opposition for this ladder leading Melbourne Victory side. It's been a good game. Very entertaining watch. As we want our derbies to be, our rivalry games to be, man. Aussie Fitness says draw. That's probably the most likely result, though, to be honest. Probably is, you know. A draw between both sides. Chuck says Economides for Victory to score the winner or Camp Sober to score the winner for Sydney. Two very likely options. And here is Chris Economides on the ball for Victory. They're on the front foot. Ball comes in. Just cleared away. Now Sydney can attack here. Can they use the pace? It's going to be Patrick Wood, who's released on the right-hand side. Broxham's there to cover it. Experienced defending. This is high-stakes stuff. Big game between two big clubs. We're into the final 15 minutes. Who's going to get it? Who's going to find it, man? It could come from anywhere. Oh, that's a nice move. It's Ben Falami, who's now on the right-hand side. They've swapped wings. Falami's still going. What a run. Oh, it's in. It's a goal. Is it offside? Is it a goal? Robbie Cruz with the winner. Puts Victory in the lead. Puts Victory in the lead in front of the active support. What a play from Ben Falami with the assist. And Robbie Cruz, who has just come off the bench onto the park, there to tap it home. 2-1 Melbourne Victory. Hammer blow for Sydney FC. Cruz. How about this run from Ben Falami? Gets around Caceres. Gets past, steps over. Past O'Toole. Ball comes in. And no one tracking the run of Robbie Cruz. It's an easy finish. No defenders around in the central defenders. Amini was there as well in the vicinity. But what about the play from Falami creating the space? And it was too fast. It was too quick for Sydney FC. Falami again, says Chuck. What a game he's had. What an impact, Ben Falami. What a player. Incredible. Xander said, I was literally just thinking about how I'd take a point. Still 15 minutes. We can do this, says Xander. Still time. Chuck says O'Toole was good until just then. Awful defending. I think a combination of awful defending and fantastic play from Falami. But he's done it. Robbie Cruz, 2-1. Shadow says, I don't think a single Sydney player has been able to tackle Falami this game. He's been on fire. He's been untouchable, hasn't he? All right. Spicy stuff. Victory, the home side in the lead. This is where... Look, I don't mean to use superlatives or go over the top. But this is where Sydney FC's season will be defined. They've been lackluster these opening 10 weeks. Those first opening rounds, they weren't able to find the win. They were struggling to find the back of the net. Couple decent results. A win at home against Wellington. Convincing 3-0 win against topside MacArthur. Away from home. And then a couple more lackluster results after the COVID break. Oh, Camp Sober. Goes for the spectacular. Doesn't work out at all. And this was the game, man. This was the game where they could really step up and show the league that they're still a top side. So this is the chance. This is Sydney's chance, man. Are they going to prove that they're still a top side? These are the big moments where top sides really flourish. Max Burgess has just come onto the park for Connor O'Toole. That's a very attacking change. And it'll surely mean a change of system here for Sydney FC. We'll keep an eye on what they're going to do with their system. Max Burgess, of course, an attacking player. Oh, it's in! Sydney FC equalised. Bo with the impact off the bench. Incredible. 2-2. The Brazilian. The big-time player. The man who broke the A-League goal scoring record a few years back. Bobo reaches highest. Leaps highest at the corner. Ball in from Caceres. And there's the Brazilian over everyone, over all the defenders. Well, I'd talked them up. I said, this is where we see what Sydney FC are made of. Are they the real deal this season? And Bobo off the bench. And again, another super sub impact. What a game. No way. Incredible. Chat's going off. Chat's going off. Incredible. Bobo with his first real contribution of the season says, Chuck, what a time to make it too. Brock says, what a header. And it's only a moment after Max Burgess was thrown on a very attacking change. Sydney FC have won the ball straight from the kickoff. They're through the middle. Here's a chance, Sydney. Still in the box. Player goes down. It's going to be a goal kick. There's a yellow card for Ivan Kalava, who is... I'm not sure what that's for. Is he going off at the referee? Referee just sprinted over to Ivan Kalava, the Victory goalkeeper, and gave him a straight yellow card. Wow. What a header, Bobo. What a header, says Brock. Well, again, I talked it up leading into this game. We'd seen some epic clashes in Amy Park recently, the Melbourne derby. Melbourne v Adelaide had some late drama, and we are seeing some late drama here. Two super subs making an impact. Bobo, Robbie Cruz for each side, respectively. Here's Victory. Giveaway from Donachie. The shot from Cruz. Oh, just wide. Well, it's end-to-end action. And you can't keep your eyes off it. You can't keep your eyes off it. Oh, goodness me. You just never know what's going to happen next, eh? Donachie with a blunder at the back just gives it straight to Robbie Cruz. That was very close indeed, Brock. Goodness me. What a chance. So, again, still plenty of time. It's only the 83rd minute. And it could be anyone. I was talking about it at 1-1. Who's going to find the winner? Well, both teams have found the back of the net. Robbie Cruz stepping up big to finish off the chance created by Ben Falami and Bobo, who's been non-existent all season. I was giving it to Bobo after doing the watch-along of the Sydney-Perth game. He was non-existent in that first half. He barely touched the ball, and what a time to come up here, step up big, and header home an equaliser. 2-2 against your bitter rivals. Wow. Okay, so Victory now on the attack. Davidson shifting forward. Nice run. Donachie's there to cut it out. Okay. Brillante. Josh Brillante's worked hard this game. Can't keep it in play. Well, it looks like Max Burgess has slotted in at left back. A very unorthodox left back, but it's what they're going to be rolling with. You can see updated lineups on your screen now. Max Burgess onto the field for Connor O'Toole, who's worked hard this game. Was just outplayed for Victory's second goal. All right, Economides for Victory here. Davidson, Victory still pressing Sydney FC. They have gone back now, though. Guerrier has recovered from that head knock and is still on the park, contributing in defence for the home side. As I said, you can't take your eyes off it. Brock says, imagine being a Sydney fan there right now. Pandemonium from that second goal, I'd imagine. Good passing play from Victory here. Davidson, again, he's going to shift it forward. Right-footed cross. Looking for the far post. Falami. He's the man in form. He's the man on fire this game. You want to get it to him. It's back for Stefan Negro, who plays a left-footed cross in. Donachie again with the clearance. He's done well this game, Donachie, despite a couple of those defensive mishaps. Overall, he's made plenty of defensive... Oh, foul in the back. Blatant foul in the back. It's advantage paid, and here comes Talbot on the right-hand side. Patrick Wood on the overlap. In for Talbot. What a chance. Oh. Well, Talbot continuing his run from right back, almost with a chance to find the back of the net. DBM says, great game for the neutrals. Dude, I'm a neutral and I am enjoying it. I can tell you that. Jonathan in the chat says, there's been quite a bit of sloppiness from both teams tonight. What do you think that's due to? Well, you could put that down to, I mean, it's quite a contrast when you look at the games leading into this match. Sydney FC's 5th game in 2 weeks. They have to be tired. They have to be lethargic. They've been off it. And then on the flip side of things, as a corner comes in from Sydney FC, it's cleared away. On the flip side of things, Melbourne Victory are without a competitive game in 17 days. So they're a little bit off it as well. So maybe both of those things for... Oh! Header almost on target there from Bobo. It was Donachie, actually, was there with the header. But yeah, maybe that's some of the reason behind the sloppiness of the play. Rivalry games always shake things up as well. Ben Falami's coming off, who has been probably the man of the match. Fantastic assist, fantastic goal. And it's going to be Leighton Brooks coming on. Not a bad substitution to make for the home side. Ben Falami, what a player. What a season he's having. A young, exciting player who... yeah, man. Chuck says, Falami off. Look, if Victory are trying to chase the game, it probably is fair to question why they would bring such an important, dangerous player off. But, I mean, unless he's just knackered. He does deserve a rest. He's worked hard. Oh, a little wrestle off the ball there between Talbot and Economides. Talbot just went flying down. So Sydney FC have played all their cards. Melbourne Victory. Leighton Brooks is on. Does the Victory have one more change left? I think they do. Oh, no, they wouldn't, because Economides Cruz came on together, then D'Agostino came on separately. Now Brooks. So no substitutions left. There will be no substitutions throughout the injury time period. Okay. It's going to be another corner for the Sky Blues, man. It's the 8th corner of the game. How impressive is this from Sydney FC, who, heading into this game, were struggling for form, and have stepped up in this what is a momentous game in the A-League calendar. Here we go. Corner. Ooh, head clear. Still in here for Sydney FC. It's going to come out here for Amini. Amini's cross is a good one. Kalava, chance! Strike! It's blocked! Handball! Appeals for handball by the Sydney FC fans. Victory going to come the other way. This is chaos. Economides. Forced to go back. They're going to try and switch play here. Victory. Economides sends it across the floor for Davidson. Well, what a chance for Sydney FC, and they were all appealing for handball. That'll be an interesting one. I didn't see it, to be honest. We're going to have a look at the replay. We're going to have to look at the replay. Brock's asking for handball. Potentially. Oh, gotten around his man. What a chance here. Brooks. Final delivery not there. His cross goes over the bar. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't make a delivery like that. This late in the game, at these crucial stages, those mistakes can cost you. Leighton Brooks. Oh, the replay, the strike from Bobo was Jason Guerrier, the culprit. Was it a hand? Was there an arm there? I couldn't tell. Was there an arm there? What do you guys see? What did you guys see? Did you say handball? Handball? No handball. It wasn't definitive to tell, to be honest, from that camera angle. Brimmer goes down. Advantage played for Victory, who are on the attack. Stefan Negro working his way inside. Playing... Ooh! Dangerous ball for Economides. Victory still on the attack. Right wing now. Negro again. Ooh. Just cleared away there by Burgess. And, oh my goodness. We have 8 minutes of injury time. 8 minutes of injury time. So plenty of football still to be played. Plenty of football. We keep saying it. Ball comes forward here for Victory. That's, again, what's that? And again, there's Jake Brimmer, it's a couple poor deliveries he's made. You can see Tony Popovich rubbing his head in frustration. Wow. Terrible cross by Brimmer, says Chuck. 8 minutes. Are we surprised with the 8 minutes? Those guys were, Gary and Ryan Mashan, they were down for a little while, and there have been a number of substitutions and the 2 goals. So I wasn't expecting 8. I was thinking maybe 6. Here's Economides. Brimmer looking to pick it up. Ryan asks, who was the second goal scorer for Sydney? Second goal scorer for Sydney was Bobo. Patrick Wood claiming that a shirt was pulled there in that attacking move. Coming through this right-hand side again, Victory. Oh, Stephanie Groves lost the ball and Burgess has picked it up and is running forward. Here's a good chance for Sydney. They're pushing forward. Bobo, strike! Oh, what a save, Kalava! Bobo rips his defender down and it's going to be play on. Well, Bobo got good contact on that shot. Good save. Robbie Cruz in behind. Cross comes in. Headed clear by Talbot. Davidson delivers, looking for the header. Oh, just wide. Was it Jakey Brimmer? It was Leighton Brooks. It was Leighton Brooks with the header. Wow. Mariners for Life says should have passed it. Bobo should have passed it, maybe. He did have a place to his right, didn't he? Chances at either end. Leighton Brooks leaping above his defender. That header going wide from Brooks. Oh my goodness, says Brock. This is hectic stuff, man. And it's not over, dude. It's not over. We still have 5 minutes of injury time, man. We still got 5 minutes to play. That's right, Brock. Can't take your eyes off it. What's going on there? Bobo's received a yellow card. Gary is down again. Hopefully he's okay. Because he, of course, was one of those 2 players down with a head knock earlier. Wow. Well, Gary is going to come off to get his head bandage attended to because the bleeding has continued. They're going for another round of the strapping here. They're just going to get him on the park so he can play out these final 5 or less than that now, 4 minutes. How many minutes of extra time? We got 8 additional minutes to be played in total. So just over 4 minutes still to be played now. Jason Gary's back on the park. He's desperate to get back on. Josh says this is the game of the season so far. It's certainly up there. Chuck says Gary's a tough nut. Yeah, dude, he is. He's Davidson, who's been really involved in these last few moments for victory. I keep calling his name. Is a chance. Oh, the strike. Oh, what a chance. What a chance. The opening there was for Nick D'Agostino. It fell straight into the arms of Heward Bell. Heward Bell, who's made a number of saves this game, man. He's really been involved, replacing, of course, the absent Andrew Redmayne. Look at that strike from D'Agostino. Spectacular stuff, karate style. 3 minutes to go now. 3 minutes to go. That's enough time for a goal. That's enough time for a winner. Jason Davidson plays it forward. Victory look like the more likely to find the winner at this stage. They're controlling the ball and they're being positive with it. They're finding the space. It's good movement from the Victory players and they're stretching the pitch too, aren't they? Here's Max Burgess. Forward ball from Burgess to no one. Another move again forward here is Jake Brimmer through the middle. Davidson, they keep going to him on the left-hand side. He's pushing forward. Cross comes in. Decent one. The header goes over the bar. Header over the bar from D'Agostino. That's his second good opportunity in a minute. Good ball in from Davidson, who's had a fantastic game chasing Davidson. He's been really involved. Making a number of dangerous deliveries. Maybe it's the pink hair. All right. 2.5 minutes left, eh? Sorry, not even that. 1.5 minutes left. It's going to be... Surely that's a throw-in for Sydney, no? Throw-in for Victory in their own half. So much injury time has been played. Sydney FC have won it up the field. Here's a chance for the Sky Blues. Bobo in the box. Cross. What a pass to find Camp Sober. Oh, can you imagine if he did it, dude? The shit Camp Sober shot was blocked there. Now Victory can come the other way. Less than a minute to be played. It'd be dramatic if the winner is scored now, man. Play goes down. Are they playing play on? The referee stopped it, and it's going to be a yellow card for Amini for bringing down Robbie Cruz, man. Oh, dude. Mariners for Life says, I don't care. I just want a goal. Here we go. So this should be the final opportunity of the game. Amini bringing down Cruz. Free kick about 30, 35 metres out from goal. Pretty much in the middle of the park, centrally. Push and shove in the box. Young Talbot having a go at Robbie Cruz. Referee's not having any of it. Ball's going to come in. Oh, headed clear. Stonicky again. Overall, ooh, D'Agostino surely fouled there. Full time. That's it. No winner to be found for either side. Melbourne Victory held at home again. Sydney FC show what they're made of, man, by coming here to Amy Park and getting a result. The Sky Blues will be happier with that, man. The Sky Blues will be happier with that. Wow, what a game. Shadow says a fair result in the end, of my opinion. What do you guys make of it? What do you guys make of that game? Xander says, can you imagine a Cam Sober late minute winner? Dude, he had a chance there. The shot got blocked from outside the box. So there was a chance there for a second. But what Mariners for Life says, what a game. GG's indeed. Well, incredible stuff. First half goals for Ben Falami, who had a fantastic game. Milos Ninkovic. Second half goals from the substitutes. Bo for Sydney. Robbie Cruz for Victory. End-to-end stuff. Especially towards the end there. Anyone could have won it. Both teams had good chances throughout the game. Especially in that first half, some crucial chances missed by both sides. Bahagia probably should have had one. Margiotta could have had a couple in that first half. Heward Bell with some crucial saves for Sydney CNFC as well. Jezza Boy says, very pleased with that result. So Sydney FC fans, because I know there's a lot of you in here. Are you happy with that? Are you cool with that result? Are you happy with that? Look, against the ladder leaders, against your rivals, I think you take it. I think you take it, eh? Sounds like it was a very fun game. Very fun game, Manly fan indeed. Chuck says, for Sydney fans, we'll take a draw. I think Victory were better. I think Victory probably were just a touch ahead. I feel like Sydney maybe had the better half just. Were creating more chances. Had more shots on goal. Weren't finding the target, though. And it was the other way around for the second half. I think Victory were more predominant in that second half, and Sydney were relegated. Chances were relegated from the counter-attack. Jezza Boy says, I'm very happy with that. Xander says, that's the Sydney I would like to see every week. Dude, and that's the thing. We saw more passion. We saw more commitment from the Sky Blues there. And mean, the big players stepping up. Ninkovic, Bobo, who those guys haven't really been as prominent so far this season. Ninkovic's first goal of the season. Bobo getting on the score sheet as well when he's needed. Manly fans says, happy with the draw, but need to start turning those draws into wins. Now, that's the next step for Sydney FC. That is the next step. If you're going to draw anywhere in any fixture, this is going to be a way to the top side in the competition. As Xander says, victory was slightly better overall, but both teams would deserve a win, and a draw is fair. Yeah, I feel like a draw is fair, man. I feel like it is. Like, Sydney FC, we're up for it. We headed into this game. I headed into this game. Like, my prediction was 3-1 victory. I thought they were going to outclass them. Maybe the 2 weeks off of victory just affecting them. And hey, maybe that was affecting them. Just a little bit off it. Just. Such an improvement from the horror show and the glory game. That is true. That is true. There was a lot more commitment. There was a lot more creativity and ideas. It's almost like they step up in the big games, Sydney FC. So, guys, an epic one. A big one. And I want to say right now, make sure to join me on Thursday night, Socceroos. I'm going to be at this stadium, Amy Park, this game where tonight's game was played, to take on Vietnam. We're doing a live watch-along here for the Socceroos game. And I really want you to join me for it because it's going to be the first ever Socceroos watch-along we're doing. It's a special one. And it's going to be a massive game. So join me from 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. That's New South Wales and Victorian time. 8 p.m. for the live watch-along as the Socceroos take on Vietnam. Can't wait for it. Can't wait for it. But guys, this one's ended 2-2. A dramatic game, a dramatic result. Some of you guys calling it the game of the season. Thanks so much for tuning into this live watch-along. It's been a lot of fun. And of course, if you're not subscribed and you want to keep up to date to all of this stuff, the live watch-alongs and the A-League videos that we do, make sure you hit subscribe. And if you haven't already, hit like. If you have been watching this watch-along, hit like because that helps out a lot. It lets the YouTube algorithm know that this video, that you have enjoyed this, and it can help push it out to more A-League fans to jump on the watch-alongs, to jump on the content. Chuck says, great watch-along, Lockie. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. And I appreciate you guys being in the live chat. It's a lot of fun watching these games with you guys, reacting to them live. And I was getting pretty into it towards the end there. And dude, it's so much fun. So much fun. We love it as always. See you guys on Thursday night for the Socceroos watch along from 8 p.m. Cannot wait. And have a good one, guys. Have a great